Okay, another domino falls for the Vikings. Dan Bailey released this afternoon. This one was expected. Um, Saves them, I think, a little under $2 million on the cap, and so the Bailey year is over. You know, it seems like every time we get a kicker, it kind of ends in disappointment. But like this one really happened fast because boy, when we brought him in a couple years ago, like he really solidified things quickly in the kicking game, and then this past year, you know, missed an occasional kick, and everyone's going to miss an occasional kick, but then the bottom fell out again with one of our kickers, and I don't really understand it. It's one of these things with kickers, man. They can be really good, or they can at least be pretty good, and then just a fuse blows in their brain, and they just can't do it anymore. And I don't know what it is. I don't know. There's nothing else in pro sports like it. Maybe like a golfer who just completely loses their swing or something. But yeah, and he just was terrible. I mean, that Tampa game was atrocious. The Jacksonville game was atrocious. There were a couple other um, particularly bad games in there. It's such, you know, people want to blame Zimmer for these kickers, and I don't see it because no one's been able to explain to me what Zimmer does to these kickers if it's Zimmer, like because he gets mad when they miss and when they miss a lot. Like I don't know that that's a Zimmer thing. That's just like why wouldn't you be mad? So that's it for him. We've got Greg Joseph as our only kicker at the moment. Guy kicked for Tampa last year for a while, and he's kind of, no pun intended, kicked around in the NFL for a few years. So I would imagine they'll have a kicking competition of some sort. And no one's gonna want to fucking hear this, but they might draft a kicker. I would hope that they don't draft a kicker in the like the fifth round, but if you got a bunch of sevenths, which it's Rick Spielman, so we'll have a bunch of sevenths. Throw one out there for a kicker, get him some competition, and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think this is apparently they tried to get Bailey to restructure, and he didn't want to do it. So I mean, he wasn't getting paid that much to begin with, so I don't know what the restructuring would have been. Like, obviously it would have been a pay cut, but so I mean, I guess he feels he can move on elsewhere, and I don't know what the market's going to be for a kicker of his age who's clearly on the severe decline, but we'll see. But yeah, so it's Greg Joseph and TBD, because I guarantee they're not going to go into training camp with just one kicker. They'll either draft someone late or bring in a rookie free agent, something like that. And so yeah, that's one more domino to fall in the cap cut. I think most people have heard the names of the other guys likely to go. Like Shamar Stephen, and obviously like Anthony Harris is a free agent. I think like most of the free agents are probably going to be gone. And like the big domino is probably Anthony Barr, whatever they do with him. But we're running out of days before this all really kicks into high gear, so we will see. But Dan Bailey, thanks for nothing, you dipshit.